Where are you? Okay, I got you now. You're not the only one in the waiting room. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you now. All right. Bye-bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is
Yeah.
everyone today?
Good. How are you?
Good morning, Wilma. Have you gotten my emails from me?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I replied to the email you sent me, and I'll talk to you later. I'll email you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you send? I was wondering, did you send another email? Because I did get the first one you sent me.
All right. All right. I should be sending one out today too.
Oh, all right.
All right. Well, we've got 1 minute to the class start of the class, and I need a timekeeper when because last week I got kicked off. So when I announce that we've got 10 minutes left, if someone can let me know when we have 5 left, and that way I can probably close out the meeting without being abruptly cut off. All right, let me let some more people in here. Buenos días, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están ustedes?
Muy bien.
Bien.
Very well, very well. I will be sending some basic greetings so we'll know how to respond to each other. And like I might say today, when everyone asks me how I am, I might say, I see. That means so. And then someone might want to ask me why. Cansada, I'm tired. So that's how we build our vocabulary. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class.
Hola.
Hola. And we're going to go ahead and start because we've got quite a bit to do today. Today we designated for the countries in the world where Spanish is the official language. So those of us that are online already, how many countries did you find?
21.
21. When I started out looking, researching the countries, it was 21 countries. And then I realized they've updated it to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a territory, it's a U.S. territory. So it's not counted as a country as far as, the maps are concerned or when you go into the world maps are concerned. But we do take that into account. So that way we have 21. So if one person can start with, we can do this alphabetically.
Okay. I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
There's Argentina, which is in South America, and the capital is Buenos Aires.
All right.
Then there's Bolivia, which is also in South America, and the capital is Sucre, although it said La Paz is the de facto capital, so I guess that's the informal capital, I don't know.
Yeah, they have two capitals. One, La Paz is the administrative capital, and Sucre is the constitutional capital. So they've got two things going on there.
And then there's, shall I keep going?
Uh-huh.
there's Chile, which
Mhm.
is also in South America, and Santiago is the capital.
All right.
And Colombia, also in South America, and Bogota is the capital.
All right.
Then there's Costa Rica, which is in North America, and San Jose is the capital.
All right.
Then there's Cuba, I guess you would say it in Spanish. That's in North America. And Havana is the, well,
Havana.
I say Havana, but I guess that's the gringo.
You're a gringo.
Yeah. And then there's Dominican Republic
Mhm.
in North America,
Mhm.
and Santo Domingo is the capital.
All right.
Shall I keep going?
Someone else want to jump in?
Got Mexico. Mexico, the continent is North America, and the capital city is Ciudad de Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And Spain, the continent is Europe, and the capital city is Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Peru, the continent is South America, and the capital city is Lima.
Mm-hmm.
Venezuela, the continent is South America, and the capital city is Caracas. Ecuador, the continent is
Venezuela, the capital city is what?
Caracas.
Caracas. Caracas.
Caracas.
Mhm.
Caracas. Ecuador, the continent is South America, and the capital city is Quito.
Mhm.
Guatemala, the continent is Central America, and the capital city is Ciudad de Guatemala.
Uh-huh.
Cuba, the
We did that.
continent.
We did Cuba.
Oh, you did Cuba, okay.
Mhm.
Honduras, the continent is Central America,
Mhm.
and the capital city is Tegucigalpa.
I love that one. Everyone gets tied up on that one. I had to learn how to pronounce that one itself. Honduras, the capital is Tegucigalpa.
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 Mhm.
Keep going. Keep going.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Paraguay.
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 Mhm. Paraguay.
And the continent is South America, and the capital city is Asuncion.
Asuncion. Mhm.
And the El Salvador continent is Central America, is San Salvador.
All right.
Nicaragua, how did we do that one? Nicaragua, Central America, and the capital city is Managua.
Managua. Mhm.
Panama, Central America is a continent, and the capital city is Ciudad de Panama.
Uh-huh. All right. Since no one else wants to jump in, I have not heard Equatorial Guinea.
Right.
Equatorial Guinea is Africa.
That's Africa. And I will admit that when I was researching for my class to look it up, I was amazed, not amazed, but I was surprised that we had a country in Africa where Spanish was the official language. So what we have gone through right here, we've gone through naming the cities, and I'm going to go over it briefly. In Europe, we have Spain. In Africa, we have Equatorial Guinea. North America, we have Mexico. Central America, we have Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. In the Caribbean, so they have classified the Caribbean countries and we have Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, which we said was a territory. In South America, we have Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, La Paz, that's the capital, I apologize, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina, and Uruguay. So we've got 21 Spanish speak where Spanish is the official language of the country. Let me let someone in. And so we did we get any flags going? Did we? I'll just take two people to pick out two of the countries and tell me what the flags are, what the colors of the flags are.
Mexico is red, white, green, white, and red.
All right. Did you find out what the colors stood for?
Well, green stands for hope, and white stands for purity, and red is the blood of the patriots or heroes.
All right. What is the next city that we have?
I have Colombia.
All right.
That's yellow, blue, and red.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow is the riches of the country, blue is the sky, the seas of the river, and red is the blood for the pandemic.
All right. Thank you so much for doing your research. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Thank you so much for doing your research. And I know that myself, when I got into the different countries, that what I found exciting was finding out what the colors meant. And usually the colors, the red usually stands for the blood of the patriot, of the fighters for the independence of the country. And I want to remind everyone that this is Hispanic Heritage Month. It's over on the 16th of October. So I don't know if anyone has gone into doing any research on the, on the computer, looking into any of the Spanish-speaking countries that we're honoring, and to know who some of the heroes are. And also it's breast cancer month too. So I've got my pink on, my bracelet that I made some years ago. So I wear that because I do have a daughter that's a survivor. So, we want to put little things into the class also. And I want to thank everyone for going into looking up the Spanish-speaking countries. I hope that it has whet somebody's appetite, where you can go into the finding out who the indigenous people are, who when they got their independence, and different things that you can find out about the country. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to move on now. I'm looking at my time. I'm going to move on to, I believe I faxed the pages to you about page 6 in the workbook. And that says, what does it mean? ¿Qué quiere decir? ¿Qué quiere decir is a Spanish translation of what does it mean. Do we have any questions about that? Because we went over it in class the last time. We know what hola means. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Adiós, hasta luego, hasta mañana. I know that some of us caught on to the señor, señora, and señorita, because I did get an email from someone and they said, Señora Miller. So it was the SRA. So that was pretty good. Thank you so much for that. And we know that.
Senora,
Pardon?
I have a question, please. On page 6, ¿Qué quiere decir? What is the literal what does that translate? Because I looked up quiere and it was won't. So I know that Spanish is backwards. So I don't know. It says, what does blank mean? How do you do that literally? Translate
one thing about Spanish, you will find that when you try to translate something literally, don't do that.
Okay. I thought it helped me.
Quiere means to want. All right? It means to want a glass of water. Quiere un vaso de agua. But you can also use these are interchangeable, and you can use it in different sentences to say,
Thank you.
Hey, what do you want it to mean, really? Want to say. What do you want to say, or what the decir?
I like that. I like that literal.
So, you know, that means, what do you want to say? What you know, what is it saying? You know, what does it mean? And I'm
Thank
glad for
you.
that, because someone took the time to look it up in the dictionary. You've got dictionaries, and I might be throwing words at you that I might not tell you what the English meaning is. Like when we get the fruits and stuff like that, I might just tell you, I want 5 fruit next week, and I'll give you the English version, and you have to look it up in your dictionary, because you need to use your dictionary. You need
Thank
to
you.
use it.
Gracias.
All right. And the thing about Spanish too is, I don't know who on the line, which people on the line know each other, but if you can call each other up and say, "Aló, dígame," talk to me, say it.
Oh,
All right. You can call each other and just say, you know, how are you? You know, till we build our vocabulary, then you can get into more meaningful and lengthier conversations. So, you know, as I said with the numbers, what you need to do is memorize or go into your phone. Since all of us have these phones, whether they're smartphones or dumb phones, we go into our phones and just scroll through your phone and just say the different phone numbers out in Espanol. All right? And that's one way of practica Espanol. Practice it. If you have someone that doesn't mind, that you know, some of us have people that come and they might cut the lawn or, you know, whatever. Let them know that you're a Spanish student and you want to say hello. Because when I was coming up, people were just, they loved you when you tried to learn their language. That's why Jackie Kennedy, when she went to Mexico and she was fluent and she spoke, they loved her. You know, and then John Kennedy went to you know, he went to Germany and he tried to speak German. They loved that too, because you took the time. You took the time. So now I have to be careful, because I know that I have one experience that some of my older students, I've told this before. I was going to a place out in Cobb County, and this gentleman was holding the door for me, and I said, "Gracias, senor," you know, and he looked at me, he said, "You're welcome." So I don't know whether he was annoyed at me because he looked like he was Hispanic to me, you know, the cowboy hat and the jeans, the whole bit. So, you know, I don't know whether he, you know, was insulted that I just assumed that he didn't speak English, or if he was tickled that I was trying to, you know, to speak his language. But things have changed. I go to the store now and I listen to people. You know, they talk about clothing, they talk about the skirt and the different things, you know, and I just stand there, I listen to them. And, you know, so you never know whether you're insulting someone by saying gracias or perdón or something like that. You never know. But, you know, just go by, you know, just do it by ear. So do we have any questions on any more questions on page 6? I've learned also that lo siento is something that you're feeling. So lo siento is to ask to be forgiven or to express your condolence. Lo siento. All right. And we did have a question about disculpe and perdón last week, and the things change. So what I will do, I will try my best to send out my email today where I have excuse me explained a little better in that. And then we always have to know that we have to be very gracious in Spanish. We have to say, please, por favor, gracias, thank you, de nada, you're welcome, no es nada, it's nothing. That to me means about you're welcome, means about the same thing. And I don't know when people introduce each other, if someone says, nice to meet you or whatever, but el gusto es mío is also like pleased to meet you or nice to meet you. It's the pleasure is mine. El gusto es mío. And igualmente, likewise, same as, you know, same here. It's nice to meet you also. All right? So I believe that I sent you also página. Página means page. All right? So we're going to spend some time on page 8. Página 8. ¿Cómo está? means how are you? And in this book was published so long ago. You know, when I have another book that I use for my intermediate Spanish, we level the playing field where everyone is formal. So we don't use tú and usted, we just say usted, all right? So let's look at the explanation for como está, how are you? As with what's your name, which we will do at another time, there are several ways to ask how are you in Spanish. To ask a friend how a friend is doing or feeling, you say, ¿Cómo estás? Or, ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal is, you know, that's really friendly. ¿Qué tal? Eh. That's the response you might get with ¿Qué tal? Eh, ¿qué tal? You know, I'm doing, I'm all right. How are you? All right. And in more formal situations, one would say, ¿Cómo está usted? Now, the usted and the tú are in brackets because it lets you know that you can use that or you don't have to. Because when you say ¿Cómo estás? You're saying, how are you? When you're saying ¿Cómo está usted? You are being formal. And I know now that I probably need to show you how to conjugate verbs, because you can tell when who is speaking, first person, second person, third person, or plural, who is speaking by the ending of the different verbs. You have AR verbs, IR verbs, and ER verbs. These are regular verbs, all right? And then to ask more than one person, you would say, ¿Cómo están ustedes? That is the plural, all right? You would not just say, how are you? You would say, clase, ¿cómo están ustedes? So how y'all? Because that's what it translates to, really, how are all of you, all right? So then you said there are many ways to respond to these questions, to including well, so, not well, happy, sad, and sleepy. And then they have the little cartoons here where you say bien. Bien, get your pencils out. You can write next to the pictures if you want to. Bien means good or well. ¿Cómo está? Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? And that's always, you always say, ¿y tú means and you. Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Estoy bien. I'm well. All right. So you have bien, which means good and well. You have más o menos. A lot of people don't use that nowadays, but más o menos means more or less. Basically, that's the literal translation. Or you can say, or so. Or you can say, así, and I'll spell that for you. Two different words. ASI with the accent over the I. ASI, and then ASI again. Así. So. All right? And what you will get now is most people will say, when you say, ¿Cómo está? They'll say, regular. As usual. I'm regular. I'm normal. I'm all right. All right? Regular.
What page are you on?
Spelled just like in English. regular. Regular.
Senora, what page are you on, please?
I'm on page 8.
Okay, thank you. So if you say ¿Qué tal? Do you have to say por favor, or that's so casual you don't have to say por favor?
That's very casual. Very.
You don't have to. Okay.
¿Qué tal? How you doing? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you have the little guy over here that says, ¿Cómo está? Mal. No bien. I'm not well. Mal. All right. And you don't want to get roped into that because you don't want them to start telling you what hurts. So, all right. And then you have the happy fellow over here who says, feliz. Where have you heard that word before?
Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy New Year, yeah.
And birthday
And
too.
Año Nueve. Yeah. So feliz, happy. There's another word for happy too, but we'll deal for being happy. But we'll deal with that later on in our vocabulary. And then we have the little fella here that he says that he's sad, triste, triste. He's so sad or gloomy. All right. And then we have the person that is sleepy, like moi. So females on the line, if someone says como está, and you want to tell them you're sleepy, females would say cansada, cansada.
Cansada.
See, there's an O over here. The gentleman will say cansado. That's masculine. The cansada is feminine. So just put a little slash or put a little parentheses or whatever and put the A in there so you will know that one is masculine and one is feminine.
But what about for the other words? Is there a masculine and feminine version, or is it all just bien or más o menos and mal?
This is the only one so far.
That's the only one? Okay,
This is
thank
the only
you.
one so far.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
All right. So now let's see what we've got going on here. I haven't gotten my little flash yet. All right. So we have escriba la palabra con whatever. Write the correct answers. So there aren't really any correct answers. So what you would write is, my dog died. I feel what?
Triste.
Triste or mal. So you would write that in Spanish. And what I will will allow you to do, I'm allowing you to do this on your own. So we're not having everyone talking in everybody's ear, because I have different things here that, it's like last night I didn't sleep. I could not sleep last night. I feel the gentleman would respond differently than the females would. So this is a good practice for you to do. All right? All right. Questions about this page? I hear crickets. All right, so I'm taking it for granted. I'm taking it for granite. Not granted, but granite. I'm a rock. I'm taking it for granted that we all understand this page.
I do have a question, please.
Yes,
Up
ma'am.
at the top where it says, ¿Cómo está? The usted is, you don't have to say it if you don't want to, usted.
No,
But
because
if
the
you-
AS ending lets you know
Right,
that's the second person you're speaking to.
right.
You.
But what about underneath that where it says, ¿Cómo están? Is the ustedes also, I can't even think of the word. Do you have to?
You may not have to say that, because once you say como están, you know that you're
People know.
including the whole group. You're including
So the ustedes there could have also been in brackets
Yeah.
down there. Okay,
Could've
thank
done
you.
But if you want to
It's
be
up.
understood, like clase, ¿cómo están ustedes? I would say, class, how is everyone?
Okay, thank you.
Well, how are all of you? How are all of you? All right? That's one thing about Spanish. You have to remember that the verbs are conjugated, the nouns, different things are conjugated, and then you have the masculine and you have the feminine form, which we will learn what's masculine, what's feminine. Those of you that have the book, I know you flipped through the book and you've gone on and you tried to do some studying on your own. And those of you that have been in the class before, you might have, this is like a refresher course, a remembering course, because we've had 6 months where we haven't been going to Spanish class, where we haven't been keeping up and we haven't seen each other. And, we need to call each other. Oh, hola, ¿cómo está? Whatever. As you're learning different things, you stretch your vocabulary out by calling each other. And as I said before, I'm not aware of how many people on this line know each other, but if you don't know each other, go ahead and call each other. And don't call me, please. Because then I'll have to answer my phone. Hola, hey, or aló. There are different ways to answer the phone also, and you'll you'll find that out. So for homework, I want you to go ahead and do this page. You can see my page that I've got stuff written all over it. So we can do that page. And the last thing that we want to do the number practice page, which is page 13 in our workbook. Those of you that have the workbook, I believe that I did email that page to everyone, and we went over the first part. Aha, 10 minutes. All right, someone let me know when we have 5 minutes left. Thank you. So everyone has page 8? Page 13, I apologize. Page 13?
Yes.
All right. So we did that top part of page 13, I believe, on the last class. All right, we know what 10, 12, 2, whatever. And I did get, I'm still researching if things have changed where we have a rule in numbers that from 101 to 199 that we don't put the Y in between. And then we had an example of a question that we had 212 or something like that, and the Y wasn't in there. I'm still researching that. And if anyone knows any Spanish speaking person, just, have them email me and we can talk about it. All right. Thank you. So the second part of this is where it's written in Spanish, where you have to escriba los números, all right? So you have it in Spanish, and then you have to write the numerals for it. That's easy. So you have 528. What number is that?
528.
28.
All right. The next one?
37.
En español, por favor, señor.
Okay, that's page 12.
Page 13. First, give it to me in Spanish, then give it to me in English. Go ahead, señor.
37.
37. And that is 37. All right. The next one?
213. 213.
All right. Next.
1111. 1,000,000.
1100.
1111.
Now, what number is that in English?
1,100,000.
1,000.
I mean 1,111.
Yeah, that's very easy to say 1 million. When you see mil, automatically your mind jumps to million. All right.
Million, right.
The next one.
2,000,000.
Dos millones.
2 million. 2 million.
No. Okay. Yeah, that's right. 2 million. I left off a couple of my zeros. I apologize for that. 2 million. All right. The next one.
100.
194.
Yeah.
All right. So in español, that would be 194.
Cuatro.
All right. The next one.
56.
He says
56.
56.
56. All right. The next one.
408. 480, I'm sorry.
What is it in inglés, por favor?
480.
Bien. 480. 480. We have time. We're not speaking fast Spanish right here. We can sound it out. All right, so take your time.
Yes.
What's the next one?
16.
All right.
16.
All right, what's the next one?
6,302.
All right, repita, por favor.
6,302.
Don't let the length of the words scare you. All right? Sound it out. You've got time when we're not on the line anymore. You've got time to sound things out.
Good. It's hot. It's cool.
All right. The next one, I think we'll finish on time and we can say adios. Okay. What is the next one?
Yes, yes.
Correcto.
149.
149.
149. What is it? What's the English in English?
149.
That's the junior high school I went to. Anyhow, what's the next one?
53.
53.
All right.
53.
All right. You have to learn how to pronounce it. It's 50.
50.
No, I see you. 50. Break these words down into your own phonetics. And that's what I learned to do. When I, by the time I got to finding a source that broke it down phonetically for me, I had to, the way it sounded to me. 50. SEENQUENTA. 50. 40. 60. 70. 80. 90. Practice these words. When you're combing your hair, you look in the mirror, you go, okay. 20, 30, 40, just pronounce the words. Practice makes perfect. All right? Practice makes perfect. All right, I believe that we're under our 5-minute warning or whatever, so we don't have to get cut off abruptly. As I said, I will endeavor to send out the greetings, and if you will practice those greetings, that would be very, very beneficial, so we can get online next week and get in our class next week, and we can just start, how are you feeling? You say, estoy, I am tired, or siento feliz, I feel happy. So that explains what you would use estoy and siento when you would use I am or when I feel.
You wash your fingers before you wash your shirt.
Excuse
You
me?
put grease on your shirt.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
We had
don't wanna
another
put grease.
conversation going. Are there any
Chicken fat.
questions?
May I ask something, please?
Yes.
Very respectfully, if it's a little bit distracting if people have children or music going on in the background, if you could maybe
No
mute
ketchup,
yourself
good.
during the class.
Ketchup
I don't
make
mean
you
to be
fast.
disrespectful, but
Make you
it's a
clown
little
now.
hard
Makes you
to.
wow and have to spank.
Thank you for that.
Ketchup
What I will
got sugar in
do,
it.
what I will do when I start my class, I will tell
You
people
gonna eat your bread, or you want me to toast it with
they
some
have another
cheese on the bread?
conversation going if they will
She's
please.
You make
talking
some
on the
cheese
phone to
toast.
a
And
child.
I believe I can.
I can make some cheese toast.
Whoa, let's see.
Oh,
All right. I believe I've muted that person.
Okay.
All right.
yes.
So what we would like to do is when we get on the call, if you would put your phones on vibrate, your cell phones on vibrate, and if you would mute yourself while you're having other conversations with other people, be it if the dog barks or if there's a car horn blowing outside, if you would mute yourself. Let's see, what is it? Well, I've muted somebody, so anyway. And we just want to thank everyone for joining my class, and I want to thank you for your emails that you send me, and I try to respond to those emails in a timely manner. And when I get off of the class on Tuesday, I will endeavor to send out the email to you, but it might take me a couple of days because I do need to do some more researching and things. So I want to thank you again, and I just want to say adios.
We have
Yes.
pages for next.
Pardon?
We have pages for next week that we can look at.
We're gonna go over the pages. The page that we did of how do you feel. I'm gonna fax you some more feelings and some more greetings so that we can get more into that. All right.
See,
Gracias.
And I might go ahead and fax you page. I might go ahead and do page 15. Page 15.
Okay.
All right?
So the homework is 8. You said 8 and 13 are the homework, right?
Yeah, we need to
8 and
study that.
15.
8 and
We
15,
study 13. Keep
8,
doing your
13.
phone numbers. Keep doing your phone numbers. And also, we're going to do page 15, and we're going to do page